The Earth isn't just a huge vacuum that cleans itself up. So when it comes to that, smoking has a huge effect on the environment and the people around it. So I'm going to talk to you about how smoking affects the environment, affects our children, and even affects our homes. Um, so to jump into it, I'm going to talk about how it affects our environment. It's over 1.7 billion pounds of cigarette butts are found in lakes and oceans every year across the entire world. That is an incredible amount of cigarette butts that people probably don't even realize that are being littered into our water systems, our water supply. And then over 4.3 trillion butts are found just on land, that aren't, because cigarette butts aren't biodegradable, so they're going into our ground and mixing in with our soil. It's releasing chemicals from the butts into the soil where we grow our food and get our water from underground. So overall, it can affect everybody. It can affect us from the food that we eat. It can affect the animals, from birds to squirrels to to trees, because everything is feeding off the environment. Some things on how it affects our children is, when smokers are, smoking in their backyards and playgrounds and parks, not necessarily because if their children aren't present at the time of them smoking, but if they flick their cigarette butt out into the yard and or at the park, and the child goes out there and they find it and they eat it, or just being around it can really affect them. And then one really fun fact, not really fun fact, but a fact is, if you flick a cigarette butt into the water, all the chemicals from that bud will soak up into the water within an hour. So that's a fairly fast process, from flicking a cigarette butt and the kid going out and playing in that water can really affect them. And the last thing is going to be how it affects our homes. A lot of people don't realize it, but it actually has a huge effect on homes, causing over $3 billion of damage just by fires. Someone driving down the road and flicking a cigarette butt out the window can start a fire ultimately. And as we see, there's a lot of fires out in California, and most of these fires are caused by cigarettes. And not necessarily just the homes, but it kills, the fires from cigarettes kill up to around 800 people a year, and then also injure around 1,600 people. So in conclusion, I just want to remind you that cigarette not only affects the person smoking it, but our environment, our children, and even our homes. So I would highly recommend quit smoking, because you can really help not just yourself, but everyone around you.